Hi, I'm Lori. How are you? I'm glad you're here. I would love to tell you a little bit about myself and why I love the piano and why I love music. And I'd also love to tell you what I can do for you. First, I have a question for you. Have you ever heard anyone say, I have two left feet? I have. Do we really believe that? I don't think so. Have you also heard someone say, oh, I'm tone deaf. I have no musical ability because I'm tone deaf, or I have two left feet, so I have no rhythm. I'm sure you've heard people say it. I've been teaching for 20 years, and believe you me, I have heard it said many a time. And also, I have actually come to find that many people who say they're tone deaf, they're not. In fact, if you look at percentages, there's only 4 to 5% of people in the United States who are actually tone deaf, and the other people, I don't know, 40% who are saying so. Why? If they're not really tone deaf, why? I think it's probably because as you grow up, you sometimes come across messages which are not accurate. We don't always get the message that we can do this or that. Sometimes we have to discover for ourselves. Sometimes we end up with a myth that isn't true, that we're not able to be musical. I don't think that's true at all. In fact, I believe that everybody has an inner musical muse or an inner musical self to be able to get in touch with. I find that I thought I couldn't sing, and that's because I was given a lot of messages about, you are really great at the piano, but you can't sing. And I found that to be not really true, but nonetheless, I have never really pursued singing the way I would have if I hadn't had those messages. So what I'm here to tell you is everyone has a musical ability. Everyone can be musical. Why should you, though? That's the question. Why should you take piano lessons, or why should you learn to love any instrument or want to tap into your musical self? I think it's because music is extraordinarily healing. I believe it's a way for you to tap into your emotions and your feelings. It basically just allows you to tell a story. It allows you to express feelings. And when you tap into those feelings for yourself and you can feel them, that's healing for you. That's self-esteem boosting. That's psychologically wonderful for your well-being. And basically, what you can do then is share it. You can share this with the world. When you understand what music is really about, performance anxiety becomes less an issue for you, because you understand that you're not there trying to be perfect in a mechanical way, devoid of feelings. You're actually there to share something that's valuable with the world. It's part of our common humanity, and music can really bring that out in people. I basically see music as an oral for your ears. A-U-R. I can't spell that for a second. Hold on. Anyway, I see it as it's like a painting, but instead of seeing it, you're hearing it, and it sounds fantastic. And if you don't think you can do this, I believe you can. I know you can. In my 20 years of teaching, I've had many, many, many students very skeptical at first. They really want to play. They really love the idea of learning piano. They've always loved the instrument and envied other people who play. But they say, I don't think I can do it. I don't have that talent, but I don't even think I belong here, but let me try. And I say to them, just have faith. Take my confidence and borrow it until you can see what you really can do. And yes, they're surprised. They end up doing extraordinarily well beyond what they imagined they could do. What I offer to you basically is years of experience. I've been playing and studying for 44 years. I'm a kid at heart, and I don't like to act old and stodgy, so you won't see that from me. But I do have 44 years of studying and playing. behind me, and I have a wealth of experiences that come from that, and plus my 20 years of teaching, and I'm full-time self-employed, and so therefore I've had a ton of experience. I got most of my students, I'd say 90%, by word of mouth and by recommendation. I believe that's because I really do care about what you want as a whole person. I want you to tell me what your goals are for music, and I want to help you to bring that out in yourself. I care about whether you're happy at the piano. Now, if you can play Für Elise absolutely brilliantly, but you've come about that by repetitively over practicing it in a way that sucks all the joy out of playing piano, you know what? I don't care about your ability to play it brilliantly unless you're playing it and loving it at the same time. That's what I mean when I say holistic. I believe that my approach is holistic, it's humanistic, it's positive, and with my experience, it's completely thorough and correct information. I also want to mention holistic for me also means that I bring in experiences from my life even above and beyond my direct piano studying and teaching experience. I bring in a BA plus 54 credits in psychology. So when I talk about the psychology of music and what it can do for you, I'm speaking with a professional background. I also had gone to massage therapy school for the fact that I wanted to get in touch with how to relax at the piano. I wanted to understand your body mechanics. I wanted to know how to, not be tensed up when you're playing so that you can enjoy your performance without overwhelming performance anxiety. So I completed the certification, and I'm a massage therapist also as a hobby, but it allows me to understand anatomy. Oh, and I also was a pre-med major for 2 years back in college, so I do understand the body mechanics, and I've researched it for quite a number of years, ever since I realized that my first teacher, who was amazing, was old school. He gave me so much that I still use, but he also gave me just move from the fingers, use the wrist still, and that's not right. You have to move from your arm, and I'll explain all that in other upcoming videos because I'm really excited about working with you. I want to offer you a lot of information, and I want to offer you Skype lessons. I think Skype lessons are amazing. I'd like to say they're the wave of the future, but they're really now. Now is the Skype lesson time because online education has just exploded. It's taken off like crazy. Colleges and universities are teaching entire curriculums online, and then you have, even in your elementary schools and your middle and high schools, sometimes instead of a snow day, this is funny to me because when I was a kid, a snow day was just a day to sleep in and do nothing except maybe have fun and watch TV. But nowadays, sometimes in some school districts, when it snows, there's no snow day. They're learning online. They're learning on the computer. So I think that's amazing too. So what can I offer you? How can I summarize what I can give you? I'd say it's a super positive, humanistic, holistic, thorough knowledge base, correct knowledge, encouraging, inspiring, no rote, boring, tedious, frustrating, I want to pull my hair out, practice sessions. It's not like that. I want to guide you in your goals, and I want you to evolve as a musician at the piano. And if you want to sing, go ahead. And you don't have 2 left feet, so if you want to feel the rhythm, and you want to get up and dance, go ahead and do it. You know what? Do what you want to do in music. There's nobody that should ever stop you. Now, don't make excuses, because I am a plus-size woman, and I'm not a thin person. I was. Oh, it was a long time ago. But I'm a plus-size woman, and you know what? It doesn't stop me at the piano. It doesn't stop me to do anything I want to do. I ride my bike everywhere. So, don't let any excuse stop you. Oh, I'm too old. No, you're not. Horowitz was playing piano into his 70s, maybe even 80s. I have to double check that fact. But there's this woman who I adore. She's no longer here, but she had played until a week before her passing, and she passed from old age. So her name was Tatiana Nikolaeva. She was Russian, so my pronunciation may not be perfect, but she's one of my heroes, because I love how she plays Bach, and I love how she plays Toccata and Fugue in D minor on the videos, of course, now. I was not fortunate enough to see her in concert live, but I have a lot of heroes, and some of them are playing well into their older years. Even Barenboim is still playing, and I could name a whole bunch of pianists. If you're wondering whether you're only going to get classical music, you have to understand that I'm here to provide you with a full array of experiences in the music world. In other words, if you want to learn to compose music, I do that. I've actually composed the harmony recently to Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, a piano solo, which I'm going to make a demo video for. If you want to play jazz, if you want to play rock and roll, classic rock and roll, if you want to play what's up and coming now, pop tunes like Clarity or Let Her Go, if you want to play classical, I love it all. I've played many genres of music, and I am capable of teaching the most beginning person. I have much patience, and I'm also very capable of teaching very advanced students, since I've done that for 20 years also. So please, feel free to check out this video, listen to it again, check out any of my other videos, contact me to start Skype lessons. If you're local, I'm in Point Pleasant, New Jersey. If you want to come over and take a lesson, that's awesome. If you're local, but you want to stay in your jammies and you don't want to go out and you don't want to brush your teeth, that's fine too. Take a Skype lesson. If you're worried about whether it's difficult to set that up, I can guide you. I have a very thorough page on my website which will guide you on how to Skype. Or I'll just talk with you on Skype, or I'll email with you, or call me, and I will talk with you about exactly how to get started in online piano lessons, or if you're local lessons. Looking forward to meeting you. Thanks for watching the video, and there will be a whole bunch more coming, and I'll be doing a lot of tutoring type of videos to teach you tutorials on different aspects of music. For example, how to make the piano sing like a vocalist, or the correct hand and wrist position at the piano, and so on. So thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.